Hey, Life Uncloseted family. It is time once again for Life Uncloseted Riff and Rant. I'm your host, Rick Clemens, and today we're going to talk about being limitless. Yes, I know we just had a podcast with my friend Laura Gassner Otting about her new book, Limitless, and I have to tell you, her book is something that has sparked some interest in me. I happened to get an advance copy of it a few months ago and really enjoyed reading it. And now it's actually out, came out April 2nd, 2019. And it got me thinking this week, how do you become limitless? And as I sat there in my own little gray matter thinking through this, going, how do you do this, Rick? How do you become limitless? Because too often in my days, I find myself limiting myself over stupid shit. And I realized I can't be limitless if I allow unfairness to enter my world. If I look around and go, oh, that's not fair, or this isn't fair, I can't get to a space of limitless. Secondly, I can't get to a place of being limitless if I have regretfulness in my way. If I regret doing things or not doing things. And those two things lead me to also think, gosh, I can't really get to this state of limitless if I sit in my righteousness, if I believe I'm better than somebody else, or I look down on people, or I judge other people. Because the more righteous I show up, the less happy I am. So if I'm sitting in a state of righteousness, I am literally screwing myself out of being limitless. But then I went a little bit different, or deeper, let's say, and thought, okay, I want to be limitless, so what have I got to do? Well, I can't be busy, and I can't be lazy. I can't let busyness and laziness get in the way either. Because if I'm limitless, then the busyness might keep me from going and doing the thing that helps me get there. Now, you can be busy doing stuff to get to being limitless and seeing your life and really carving out your own path, as Laura says, to live your best life. But if you're being busy doing everything else, getting ready to be limitless, you might miss out. And if you're kicking back, eating bonbons and waiting for somebody else to bring you your limitless life, then you're stuck in laziness. And I bring all this up because the biggest thing in my mind that prevents us from being limitless is when we see ourselves as being powerless. So if you look at the lens of unfairness, if you look at regretfulness or righteousness or busyness and laziness, or even stepping into powerlessness, you might be keeping yourself from being limitless. So what's the solution? Well, for me this week, I've taken a lot of time. And again, just because Laura's book came out, I thought, you know what? I really want to look at this deeper. And I went back and I started rereading the book. I had a PDF copy of it before I got my hard copy this week. And I thought, I need to get still. I need to go into stillness. Because when I go into stillness, I can step into consciousness about what I'm doing, consciousness with myself, and see the stuff that's preventing me from being in a state of mind where I can see limitless possibilities. So I start with stillness and step into my consciousness. And oftentimes as I get into consciousness, I start to go, but you did this, or somebody else did this. And I'm like, no, you need to forgive. You need to be in a state of forgiveness in order for you to truly begin to step up to the plate of limitlessness. And I know I just added a little bit to Laura's word there, but I think limitlessness is something that's important to really grasp, because if you go to forgiveness, then you can let go of everything that's holding you back, so you can see limitlessness in all its beauty. And as I go into forgiveness, I begin to realize this is where I see my own greatness. And this is where I see the greatness in other people. And the more I can see the greatness in myself and others, it inspires me to step up and to not fear. And when I can step up and not fear, I step into my fearlessness. And the more fearlessness that I enjoy, the more I stand in that power, the more effortless it becomes to see my life in a limitless way. So if you truly want to become limitless, And as Laura says, to ignore everybody, carve your own path, and live your best life. I invite you to walk away from unfairness, quit being in a state of regretfulness, start truly seeing the beauty of stepping away from being a righteous, judgmental person. Invite yourself to stop being in a state of busyness and laziness so that you can truly step up and walk away from feeling powerless. Because when you do that, then you can step into the stillness with yourself and become very conscious about what you're thinking and seeing how you're approaching life and seeing other people, and give yourself the opportunity to forgive yourself and to forgive others and let that shit go. Because as soon as you can step into forgiveness, then that's when you begin to own your greatness. See yourself for your greatness. See others for their greatness. And the more greatness you see, the more fearless you become, and the more effortless it truly begins to be limitless in your thoughts. So thank you, Laura, for a beautiful platform for really stepping into this. I highly encourage everyone to grab her book. Again, it is Limitless: How to Ignore Everybody, Carve Your Own Path, and Live Your Best Life, by my friend Laura Gassner Otting. And if you happen to be listening to this podcast, all you got to do is send me an email at rick@rickclemens.com to be entered to win one of 2 copies of the book that Laura has promised to give away. So do that, because the deadline is Friday, April 5th at midnight, to be entered to win. Thanks, everybody. And never stop stepping out, stepping up, and stepping into facing your fears, making your bold move, and living your life without apologies.